Hello, we're back. In episode 21, I said we'd be talking about the Invader port to the Thumby, a tiny handheld device smaller than my thumb that uses a Raspberry Pi RP2040 microcontroller, programmed in MicroPython, using the Thumby IDE that runs in a web page. Here's the web page. This thing is tiny. Here are some pictures I took for scale. Let's take a look at the web IDE. So here is the IDE, and here is my code for Invader in MicroPython. The IDE also has an emulator built right in, so you can test your programs. So let's run it on the emulator right now and try it out. We can make it larger or smaller. We'll leave it about this size to play around with it. And let's go ahead and start it. There's no sound in the IDE for some reason. And it's so faint on the actual device you can barely hear it. Now in this version I made it so that you can actually hit the other button and pause and see how many lives you have left and what your current score is. Because there really isn't enough real estate on the screen for all that information. And there we are, game over with a score of 20. I also created a couple other programs, a coin collector, and an invaders demo with more invaders to shoot at. I will eventually flesh this out to become a full invaders clone. This is pretty much all it does at this point. Now we'll take a look at Invader running on the real Thumby hardware. It's very hard to see, so the phone screen actually helps. Here's that check for lives and score. It is playable, but only barely. And I actually have to slow this down. It's running much faster on real hardware than it does on the emulator. So there it is, game over, 20 again. I own 3 of these devices. I have a special edition clear one and another off-white one that came in a different box. They typically come in this case that's about the size of a Game Boy cartridge case. So that about wraps up episode 22 of My Journey in Game Programming. Please like and subscribe and leave any comments or suggestions you may have that can make these a better experience. Next episode, I will be showing a port of Invader to the PicoSystem from Pimoroni, a small handheld device that also uses a Raspberry Pi RP2040, the same one that the Thumby uses, programmed in MicroPython, C or C++, using the PicoSystem API. Until then, bye. I'll talk to you next time.